Hey guys, so it's me Lego Lee 3 here, and today I have the Lego Movie series, unofficial Series 12 minifigure series review based off of the Lego Movie. I have an entire box right here, which is really cool. These cost $2.99 individually. As you can see, Toys R Us kindly marked the price on the box right there. I did find this at Toys R Us. I've also seen them at Target, and on the 29th of December, they will be available in Lego stores, so everyone can get these figures. Here's a front look at the packaging you get this in. If you see one of these things empty, just ask the cashier nicely, and they will give it to you for free, which is awesome. So here's a front look at it. There's a look at it from the back, and you guys probably know how these things open up by now, so I'm not really going to demonstrate that. Each of the figures comes in one of these little packages right here. It looks very nice in the dark blue color. It looks really cool, and that's what it looks like from the back. Of course, I cut off the bottom right there, but you guys probably don't care about that. And included with each figure is a pamphlet sheet to check off all of the minifigures. On the back here, instead of showing the little directions, you actually have a really cool ad for some Lego Movie characters right there, which is really cool. Alright, so our first figure here is Calamity Drone, and this is an interesting looking character. Obviously some kind of cyborg robot that is in the Wild West in a Western style dress, but a very cool looking character holding a musket right there. Some great printing, also a brand new hairpiece, and that same hat mold we saw with the Red Harrington figure from the Lone Ranger, just molded in a different color. You can see a better look at her hairpiece from the back right there. It looks really cool, and she does feature some very nice back printing. Here is figure number 2, and this is President Business. He is the main villain of the movie, voiced by the great Will Ferrell. He has a mug right there that says Octane on it, which is absolutely fantastic. Pretty plain choice of printing. His face is pretty intense, and I don't even know what's going on with his hairpiece right there. He does feature a more calm, double-sided face, and not really a whole lot going on from the back, but his hairpiece does look pretty unique from back here, so really interesting. The official name of our third figure here is Hard Hat Emmett, and it's a great looking character. Of course, Emmett is the main character in the film, so he has to be in this series, but this is the only way you can get him with his hard hat, which is great. The choice of printing, the leg printing is all the same, but that hard hat piece really makes this set. Emmett does feature a nice double-sided face. He does also feature a printed tile piece right there, which is kind of interesting. Not really sure what's going on right there, but it's cool. And here he is from the back. You can see his hair piece is molded in with the helmet. It looks absolutely fantastic. I love that piece. Lego City Construction fans, I'm sure, are going to love that piece as well. Figure number 4 here is another main character from the film. This is Wildstyle, but her variant is called Wild West Wildstyle. A very cool looking figure from the front right here. Very similar dress to the Calamity drone, but looks great. Also features a black fan, which is pretty cool. And I believe her face is slightly different from the other variants. It is not double-sided, however. She also features some great back printing. Our 5th minifigure here is Abraham Lincoln, US's 16th president. This figure is one of the best from all Lego minifigure series. He looks absolutely fantastic. The top hat piece and the beard is all one big rubbery mold, which is amazing. I love it. He does feature a printed tile that says 7 years ago, then it kind of just bleeds into a more gibberish looking language, but it's great that it even says part of the Gettysburg Address right there. I love it. He even features some detail from the back right there. Unfortunately, no back printing, but I still love this figure. Here's one of the more odd characters from the series. This is Mrs. Scratchen-Post, and obviously the pun on her name is Scratchen-Post, like scratching post. That's what cats use to scratch their claws on, which is kind of interesting. You can see she looks like she's been all scratched up by her little cat right there. Her face is pretty cool. I like the look on her face, and that hairpiece is new in that color, but the main reason you want this figure is for that adorable little kitty right there. I love the cat. She doesn't really feature any details from the back right there, but her cat features some side printing, which is really great. And I'm a dog person. I don't really like cats, but I love this little cat piece. Here is an extremely unique character that's also available in one of the sets. I believe it's slightly different from the one that comes in the Bad Cop Pursuit, but this is Scribble Face Bad Cop. A really interesting figure, a great new mold on his helmet right there. Also some great face details and printing. He looks really cool. He's holding handcuffs and an awesome looking smartphone piece. That piece just looks absolutely fantastic. The printing on such a small brick right there is great. But the main thing about this figure is the Scribble Face part of him, and I really do not know what to tell you about this Scribble Face. It's obviously something from the movie that we need to know once the movie comes out, but it's a really creepy looking face, and I'm sure some people can make some really odd uses of it. Not a whole lot going on from the back here, but still a very cool figure. To build or not to build, our 8th figure here is William Shakespeare, and that's actually what his printed tile piece says right there. A fantastic looking character, another great historic figure being made into a Lego fig right here. He's holding one of Robin Hood's little feather pieces as a quill pin, which is really cool. The printing on him is great, the little ruffle around his neck is great. It goes great with the Series 8 actor figure, and also just the detail on his face and the unique mold to make his baldness and his crazy hair looks amazing. That is what he looks like from the back. Here is figure number 9. This is Gail, the construction worker, and it's our first, I believe, to my knowledge, female construction worker from LEGO. And it's a great figure. First off, she has a jackhammer piece, which is really cool. Let me take that off. You can see her detail right there is absolutely fantastic, especially the torso printing, and her face is great. I think this is just a really good way to bring some diversity into your LEGO City construction squad. She has some very simple back printing, but I love the hairpiece coming out of her hard hat helmet right there. Very similar mold to Emmett's hard hat and the way they designed it. It looks great. Here is figure number 10, Larry the Barista. This figure looks awesome. I love his hairpiece. I love the concerned look on his face right there. The printing is also great, but the main reason you want this figure is for that coffee cup piece. It's so well detailed. It's a great new mold. It looks absolutely fantastic. Only bad thing about Larry here is he has no detail from the back. Our next figure here is VelmaStaplebox, a very interesting name for a character right here. I'm assuming she's probably some kind of secretary or employee of Lord Business, a robot character, of course. She has a great looking hairpiece right there. Her printing is pretty, not that great, but great hairpiece, and the face there is pretty interesting as well. She also has a great printed piece right there with a clipboard that says Taco Tuesday as their secret plan, and the next figure that we get in this series will explain a little bit more of Taco Tuesday. Not much detail from the back right here, but you can see her hairpiece looks absolutely fantastic. We were just talking about Taco Tuesday, and here is the Taco Tuesday guy. Very similar to the figure that came in Series 2, but I think he's actually an improvement over him. I love the look of his figure, his plate especially. Once I take off those little, what I'm assuming those little pieces are supposed to be chips or maybe queso or something. Once I take those off, you'll see how great this plate is, but a fantastic looking minifigure from the front right here. There's a better look at his plate right there with the chilies printed in the middle. Such a great piece. I love it. LEGO, thank you for this piece. It's going to be awesome if you want to make a custom Mexican restaurant. I love it. And his face right there with the wink looks really cool. There he is from the back. The 13th figure here, and 13 is an unlucky number, and I think this is probably the unlucky figure, is the Where Are My Pants guy. Definitely the worst in this series. Just nothing about this figure gets me. There's no new molds. His face print's great, I guess. His torso printing is good. It's just nothing about it's too spectacular, and his pants is just, it's just weird. I think that this figure will be cooler once we see the movie if it's a funny joke, but honestly, there's something missing from this figure for me. And of course, being my least favorite figure from this series, I got 2 of him. So this is the only duplicate I got from this series. So if one of you guys wants this figure, just send me a message and maybe I'll sell it to you or something. So I do have 2 of these guys. I'll probably sell it pretty cheap because I'm not a big fan. Where is his back printing? Here is the 14th figure, Wily Fusebot, and this character looks great. It's obviously supposed to be like the robot variant of Davy Crockett, and I'm considering getting another one of these figures just so I can make a Davy Crockett figure, but a great looking character from the front right here. I love his gun, the dynamite, the printing, and I also just love his weird beard mold and his hat. You can see a better look at his hat from the back right there. He also has some great back printing. Getting towards the end here, we have number 15, the Panda Suit Guy, and this figure here looks fantastic. I love this figure, one of the best in the series. First off, he's holding a small, what I'm assuming is a stuffed panda. It's the same mold that I had that teddy bear with the sleepy guy and the elf, but just painted to look like a panda. But his torso printing is great, and I love the head mold. It looks absolutely fantastic. Of course, once you take it off, you can see he's just a silly kid sticking his tongue out. He also is sweating, which is pretty cool. And of course, he has some nice back printing with the zipper on the back right there. Very cool detail. Our final minifigure here is Marsha, Queen of the Mermaids, who we did see in the trailer for the movie. She's a very cool looking figure. No new molds, but she has a great hairpiece with some cool printing, great printing all around, and I believe it's the first time the mermaid piece has been made in purple, which is really cool. Also has a clamshell and a little jewel right there. Very good looking minifig. There is Marsha from the back. Alright guys, Fun Vote here on unofficial Series 12, or the LEGO Movie series of collectible minifigures. Very cool series all around. I think a few characters here kind of hurt from not being, the movie not being out yet, like especially like the Where My Pants guy or a couple of the robot characters really just aren't as cool because we haven't seen what they do in the movie. I think once we see the movie, we'll see their greatness unfold. But a very cool series of figures anyways. There's 6 female characters and they're all pretty cool characters, which is really nice to see a lot of that here. Especially I love the hard hat construction worker. What's her name? I can't remember her name. But just a great looking figures all around. What's your guys' favorite figure from this series? My favorites would have to be Abraham Lincoln, Shakespeare, the Panda Suit Guy, Taco Tuesday Guy. Those are all great. And some close runner-ups here would be the construction worker lady, Emmett, of course, the Barista guy, and the robot David Crockett. The worst ones from the series, definitely Where My Pants Guy is at the bottom of the list, and then the other ones that aren't quite as good, I would say, are probably the Mrs. Scratchen-Post. She has a great cat, but the figure herself is not that great. And Wildstyle, although she's probably going to be a cool character in the movie, not a very unique figure. And then the ones like VelmaStaplebox and the Calamity drone have some great hair pieces going on, but really I just don't know what's going on with those characters in general. But a very good all-around series, and I'm going to give this series an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's a very solid series. I would highly recommend picking up all of these characters. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Please message me if you want my extra Where Are My Pants Guy, and please rate, comment, subscribe, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Instagram. The links to all those pages down in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!